Welcome to the group.
Welcome to the group.
Welcome to the group.
Welcome to the group.
This shit could turn into potentially, some full-time shit for you, because honestly, this is your idea. I'm trying to basically produce it. And yeah. I need some fucking counseling because I feel like, I got my issues and shit. Yeah, how does it look?
Good, real good.
So this camera cost me $100 and something bucks or whatever, but
It don't look.
I mean, yours
better.
got better. Yours is the quality got better. I don't know.
Your quality looked the exact same as what you did last time.
No, this is because now I have my phone in my hand. What I was trying to do was what I really want to do is buy another iPhone so that I can use that iPhone as a webcam and then use this shit. Because otherwise it would just be like going and actually purchasing like a Sony. Because that's where I want to get to. I want to get like a Sony, because then that's just gonna give you like pristine fucking image and shit.
Copy.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Hey, how's it going? My name is Victorious, and welcome to the group. The way we like to 1, 2. Hold on, let me put this shit.
1, 2, 3. Hello, my name is Lewis. I am a.
Wait. So because if not, then it's gonna wait. How can I? All right, cool. All right, bet. 1, 2, 3. Hey, welcome to the group. My name is Victorious. The way we like to start this is by basically the following, which is no. 1, 2, 3. Hey, how's it going? 1, 2, 3. Welcome to the group, everyone. I mean, why am I saying everyone? Like, what the fuck? 1, 2, 3. Hey, welcome to the group. My name is Victorious. I'm currently dealing with emotional loneliness. No, I gotta say it like it's gotta come out better. It's gotta.
Maybe I should lead it. Like, do the intro. Hello, my name is Lewis. Welcome to the group, where we discuss ways to make improvements and move forward.
Yeah, I was just trying to get, because again, I wanted to get we share a bit about ourselves. We share what are basically the issue that we're going to talk about, or that we have facing us at the moment, and then how we're doing it to fix it. Because again, it's that whole vulnerability shit. And
So again, my name is Lewis. Welcome to the group, where we discuss.
I don't know, let's say welcome to the group first, so then it could just kind of like.
Got it. 1, 2, 3. Welcome to the group. My name is Lewis. I am here to support change, and coach things to make improvements, things to become happier, things to just feel more fulfilled.
Okay, cool. That works.
I'll get better at that.
All right, cool. Hey, my name is Victorious. I'm 35. I'm 36. I'm currently dealing with, I wouldn't say, I'm not sure if it's not depression, but loneliness. And what am I doing to make these things better? I'm having conversations like this. Thanks to my homie Lewis.
Awesome. First quick question. Let's get right into it, sir. What are your 3 biggest concerns, fears about yourself overall?
My 3 biggest concern, fears?
Yeah, concerns / fears. Would you like me to give you an example?
No. Dying alone in my apartment. That's definitely one of them. Give me 1 second. Ooh.
I'm mad you gave yourself a dramatic zoom.
No, I'm messing with the camera at the moment. That's what it was. All right, cool. Dying by myself in my apartment. It's got to be basically with like dying. Just let's say I'm at work. God forbid something happens. I'm on the truck, careen over fucking a cliff.
Wait. Keep in mind the question was specifically about yourself. The next one is about life, which is dying alone.
So can you repeat the question again so I can?
What are your 3 biggest concerns / fears about yourself, not about your life?
So can you give me some examples real quick, just so I can
Sure.
know exactly?
For me to answer that question with transparency and vulnerability, my biggest concerns about myself is I have a self-sabotaging gene that I'm working on overcoming. That's one. Second is I have a self-loathing issue. I kind of shit on myself to the point where motivation becomes really difficult. I believe in myself overall. I think I'm great at a lot of things, but for some odd reason, my core is still that little boy from a long time ago, and I'm working on that. And the third biggest concern slash fear about myself is I am very anxious a lot of the times in life.
Dying by myself, I still stick with that one.
That's not yourself, that's life. That's the next question. So for you, biggest concern,
I don't know how to. I know I'm a cool person, but I don't know how to bring that out.
don't know how to be yourself.
I feel like money is holding me back from being that person that I want to be and achieve all the things that I want. So I put that as an obstacle in my brain. I feel. I know. I don't feel. I know. And third one. I would say I can't turn my brain off. I can't turn my brain off from like thinking of like how is this gonna get better. So I guess fear of failing.
Got it. The next question is kind of similar, but specific, the distinction. If you ever need me to go over the distinction, what I'm doing is focusing on the distinction between attachment and commitment. A lot of people think that when they're attached, they're committed to something, but that's not the case.
Okay, I get that. I get that.
Finding ways to commit versus finding tricks to attach ourselves to things. So the first question, I'm gonna reword it for you. Tell me if I'm correct. What are the three biggest concerns, fears about yourself? Number one is don't know, don't know how to be yourself in any type of environment. You keep yourself alone because that's the safest way to be yourself. Correct?
Isolation.
Yes, but being yourself is the key part to why you justify isolation and everything else. So you just don't know how to be yourself in the rotating life.
I mean, by that I'm referring to like I want to do grander things, but again, I feel like I said, the second thing, which is money. I don't know how to unlock that without the money.
Wait,
I don't know how to unlock the first thing of being by myself and just like not by myself. I'm sorry. Um, being the better me because I feel like I don't have the money. So that's where I want to be a better person, but then the money factor in my brain is what's holding me back from being able to unleash that.
okay. So to reword it and to be able to solidify it as a starting point for me to help me out. Your three biggest concerns, fears about yourself at this time in your life is you don't know how to be yourself, your best version of yourself 24 hours a day.
Correct.
The second one,
1 second, hold on.
yeah,
What do you see right now?
a chubby dude,
Two screens or one?
one chubby dude.
Okay, because I have two screens up right now, and I'm like, is it showing like that? What the fuck's going on? I'm sorry, continue.
Okay. The first one is 24 hours a day being yourself freely. The second one is self-sabotaging beliefs are kicking your ass.
Yeah.
The third one is can't disconnect from those self-sabotaging beliefs. So your three biggest fears about yourself is that you and your brain are not friends. The second one is because you and your brain are not friends, your accomplishments justify your isolation. Correct?
1 second. This shit started fucking up.
If you stop fucking touching buttons and just stand there.
No, this is the one problem with the fucking camera. That all right, let me see.
You're strangely delayed about 5 seconds.
Yeah, that's why. That's the one problem with this shit. Yeah, because the camera works great, but it does stupid shit like that. Like
Not
when
for
it's in the
nothing. You with
4K
a haircut looks really dope.
What?
Pause. You with a haircut look really dope. Your skin complexion. Pause. I know it sounds suspect, but on the
No, no,
camera,
but I don't get what you're saying. I feel like when you say with a haircut, I would have to have hair.
when you let your hair grow, you look completely different. Like last time, I think you had hair. Now with your hair cut and the beard and all that, you look like a whole different younger dude. I just noticed that looking at you. Maybe that's what you was talking about when you were trying to get the camera right.
No, it starts to lag. It starts to do that dumb shit, and that's why I'm trying to get. I feel like maybe I got to get a better cable, or
For
I think
Wi-Fi,
that's what it is.
if
No,
you can
I
connect
think
it directly.
no. I have the webcam here, so it shouldn't be an issue.
Okay.
Fuck, we got a super off track. Can we start again?
Of course. Like call me back and start all over again, or re-record it now.
No, 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 no. I feel like we already did the intro, so we could work with that. No, no.
Hello, my name is Luis Rodriguez. I am a master certified coach. I am a social scientist by education and a clinical social worker for the past 20 years. I am looking forward to this group, having conversations that levitate. Well, I don't know. I was getting loose and comfortable. But I want to get to the point where I'm having some fun. I was listening to a whole bunch of podcasts, and just the intro is what I was getting at. I'll get it better. I'll get it better.
Nah, I fucked up. I kind of wanted us to get like in flow and just
We
go with
are.
the shit.
You leave the fucking technicalities.
Whatever. I mean, I don't give a fuck. I could just throw this shit in the air like that too, and just
But it's
whatever.
just,
Hey, it's the second episode. It's not like pretty much probably nobody's gonna watch this shit, but whatever.
but we are.
Yeah, yeah. All right.
So we got the
So
first question, which was the biggest concerns and fears about yourself. Do I go into mine or just yours? You're the only star right now, right?
yeah, I mean, I'm the
What are your
I'm the
three
lamb to
biggest?
slaughter right now.
What
I
are
mean,
your,
if you want to share your stuff too, please, by all means.
what are your three biggest concerns, fears about your life? The first one was about yourself. The second one was about your life.
Dying? Is dying one of them?
Yeah, dying alone. Because everybody dies. So I'm assuming you're not fearful of dying.
I'm definitely fearful of like dying in a stupid situation, like with somebody like walking in and with a gun and shit and like fucking blowing niggas away.
No. Your three biggest fear, not just of everybody's fucking scared of that. I'm talking
Okay.
about your three biggest fears. Is it back to dying alone?
Well, that's definitely one of them. I definitely think
Okay.
about like the fact that I could just like in my room and then it's just like
What's the
fucking
second?
blow up and I don't know. I'm not sure how to answer that.
So my three biggest fears about life, for the sake of example. The first one is I will be so busy surviving that I'll never get to thrive in life.
That's
one
I mean, I
No,
feel
no, you cannot dick ride. I'm just kidding, bro. So the first, what's the thriving versus succeeding?
he just fucking spurred something up and then it's like, no, nigga, pick another one, motherfucker.
That's mine. No, so thriving.
I don't know how to shut my brain off.
Wait, so that's the third one?
How? I thought
Are
we
you?
were still. I thought we were still like on second one. On the second one.
But then you like thriving versus living.
Huh?
You like survival versus living. My biggest fear is that I'll have lived a life of survival and have never gotten to the place where I'm thriving. That's one of my biggest fears, that I'll die as a survivor, not as someone who's thrived.
To me, that sounds like you're saying basically like you worked your ass off, and then you never were able to like enjoy it from like a backseat where you just constantly been like pushing and pushing and pushing.
I've never been happy. I've always worked to get to a place where I'll start to be happy.
I'm definitely in a place where I get scared of achievements in a sense. Like I feel like at one point I felt like things were going well for me, and I'm like, is this the part of the movie where shit's gonna take a dive now and like, shit's gonna end? Because it's like I've been fucking going for so long that when you feel like you're getting to the finish line, it almost feels like is it a trap? Like what's happening right now?
So
With me being, I guess, programmed, to feeling and not feeling like I've succeeded. So is that one? I'm not sure.
So let me try to iron it out. So one of your three biggest concerns and fears about your life is never reaching your potential.
Currently, yeah.
What's the
I mean,
third one?
it would have to say something would have to change in my life for me to be able to say that changed.
Correct. And the third one that you're fearful of or concerned about.
I'm not sure.
Not knowing.
You know me. What
Not
would you say? Boom, and maybe that can then help.
My assumption, and to speed up the conversation so that we have a lot to record, for me, is not getting it right in life is one of your biggest fears and concerns about your life.
But wasn't that the second one?
No, never reaching potential was the second one.
Okay. So it was dying, never reaching potential, and then the third one was
Not knowing what's right.
okay.
Because you value right a lot.
Yeah, I don't like to be. Not that I'm sorry. Not that I don't like to be wrong. I like to learn new things so that I can be a better person. But I mean, I feel like that stemmed from somewhere. Not that I don't know. I don't mind being wrong, but I would like to not be wrong.
You have an issue
So
with being
that this way I come from a place of certainty instead of like doubtfulness and not knowing.
Yes, but you never place it on you. You always place it on the knowledge, which is one of the reasons why your mind never stops. Because your mind is like an artificial intelligence that you rely on. You don't rely on you. So let me take a step back.
I guess I definitely have that disconnect with my brain where like I just can't like.
Well, that's one of the biggest things from survivors and thrivers. Survivors have a philosophy that's do have be. People who thrive have a philosophy of be do have.
Okay, not sure what that means, but yeah.
You don't know what that means, and ask. It's important. It's really important as the foundation. Most people, I wish I could do a black. Can I share my screen?
Yeah, I don't know. I've never really fucked with this shit like that.
Right now. Here we go. New whiteboard. All right. So now we got a whiteboard.
Oh wow, man! You got us into the 21st century.
You see it?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. All right. So this right here represents all the knowledge in the universe. You got that?
Okay.
This is you. How much do you think is human beings have out of all knowledge? This is a scientific proof. You can Google it later. I might be wrong by a number or two, but I don't focus on right or wrong. I focus on what works and what doesn't work. And what works for me in this moment is that you have an open mind to understand the point of what I'm saying. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So this represents all knowledge in the universe. How much do you think human beings have out of all there is to know? Like, I know how to drive a car. I know how to drive a motorcycle. I know certain things. How much do you think out of 100% human beings have?
I would say, I mean, but that's a very trivial question because then that depends on if we got things right.
Nope, it doesn't at all. We're just talking about things you know. I know I don't know how to speak German. I know a lot of things. So out of all that there is to know in the universe, how much do you think human beings possess?
Not that much because we haven't fucking traveled the entire galaxy. Like
a number.
I don't fucking know how to place a number on that shit. Like
okay to be wrong.
30%. 30%.
Okay, no, but that's great that you have that faith. Wait, stay there. It's wonderful that you have that faith in humanity to believe that human beings can have 30%, because it says a lot about what you believe about yourself if you think they got 30%. Stay there.
So you're saying that it's lower?
It's actually about 12 to 15%.
Oh fuck. Okay.
Okay.
I mean, I agree with that. I feel like we definitely don't have like an immense grasp of everything.
How much do you think is stuff we don't know?
A lot.
Number.
I mean, if you said fucking 12%, then
15 to round it off to an even number.
Oh, you are all right, 15. So then you take 15 away from 100, that gives you 85%.
Wrong. But that's how most people think. They think that the stuff they don't know, like everybody else knows it, and it becomes insurmountable, it becomes a big deal. Science says that human beings don't know about 25%. Got that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What do you think the rest of this shit represents? Right here. And the stuff I don't know is I don't know how to fly a plane. I don't know what it's like to be in jail. I don't know. You know what I mean?
The abyss, like
no, put it into words that make sense for human beings. For you.
love.
No. What the other parts of it all, and I'm not saying no abrasively. I'm saying no for the sake of time, trying to speed it. I apologize. The rest of this,
Listen, good long content on YouTube. It's what's thriving right now.
I'm not against it. We only got 40 minutes to record.
No, we don't. But all right.
We could do it again. You're right. My fault. I won't rush no more.
All right. So
the rest of this stuff represents the stuff that you don't know, that you didn't know you didn't know.
nigga, then how the fuck am I supposed to fathom something that I don't even know of its existence?
That's a wonderful point of view, which is why your brain doesn't shut off, because it doesn't know it. It's not supposed to know things that it's not supposed to know. So this right here, your job in life as a human being is to experience and go through as much as possible with an empty slate so that you can decide if you want to learn more of it or don't want to learn more of it.
Okay.
Like the first time you get jumped or beat up in the streets, you either want to learn how to fight or avoid fighting forever.
Yeah,
the first time you get
that
caught,
block anymore.
the first time you get caught stealing something, you either becoming a better thief or removing stealing ever from your vocabulary. But the point is for you to experience as much as possible so you can decide to want to learn more of it, or you can decide to not give a fuck to care about more of it. But you must shrink this as much as possible, because when I say 25% is what human beings have, I'm talking about geniuses. The Albert Einsteins, the Teslas, the Elon Musks, the fucking, you know what I mean? The geniuses of life know 15% of all that there is to know and 25% of all the stuff they don't know. This right here, they shrunk it to the best of their ability by experiencing as much as possible so they can decide if they want to know more of it or they're okay not knowing it. But you must understand that human beings have a real big blind spot of the stuff that they didn't know that they didn't even know they didn't know.
I definitely understand that.
So when we go back into the be, do, have philosophy, it's really important to understand that the reason why a lot of us decide to start with do is because we've started life with a survival instinct that had us running from the beginning, which is why whenever you get stressed out, you think, what do I need to do? What do I need to do? What do I need to do? And completely neglect who you are. Does that make sense so far?
Yeah.
So survivors do have, and then somewhere along the line, they have B. But B is never their point. It's never their focus. From our conversations, B is the focus. Because why would you want to come to the group without a perspective of who you are? Why would you want to have these vulnerable conversations without it being from a place of who you are? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cool. This right here is where I become important, because to remind you of the distinction difference between what has you committed to being the person that you need to be versus what has you attached to consistently neglect who you are being for what you're doing.
Okay. The last part got a little lengthy, so I was like,
so if you look at the statistics of how we communicated at the beginning of this conversation, your conversation, the beginning question was, what is your biggest fears and concerns about yourself?
quick question. If we're done with the board, if you take it down, if we are or not, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know if you're gonna explain something else.
I am. I can take it off. It's no big deal. All right. So the beginning part of what the stuff you didn't know, what you knew was your biggest fear or concerns about yourself is that you don't know how to be yourself. Be yourself, right? You feel money's holding you back because of the self-limiting talk. So you just have a limited voice in your head that justifies your being not enough, always.
Yeah.
And then the last one is you can't disconnect because this voice inside your head, you believe it to be you and you allow it to justify what you're doing, completely neglecting who you are.
Okay.
Cool. Our job is to get you back into the B versus the do as the foundation for each decision you make. Okay. The second question was, what are your three biggest concerns or fear about your life? Dying alone is what happens. That's what you have at the end of be do. So if you consistently be whatever justifies you to be isolated, whatever justifies you to have the things, you'll have exactly what you're fearful of, which is dying alone. Because you're doing and having the same reality repeatedly, hoping not to be it. But when you die, that's when the culmination of all your decisions kick in and you actually are what you were. No other time in your life will you be your past, unless you allow the constraints of the past to be like an anchor to keep you stuck.
Okay.
But the way you worded it was, the first one was do, which is I don't know how to be myself, as if you're not always yourself anyway. So let's work on who you're being to not have that be your reality.
But all right, let me I guess edit that in a sense where I am being myself. I just feel like there's a different there's an evolution. There is a second level of where I can then fully just fund and do all the fucking creative shit that I want to do.
Yes, but those have nothing to do with who you're being. And I agree with you 1,000,000%. It's still something I challenge myself with. Who I am being is a product of the voice inside my head making decisions. I am more than that voice inside my head. That voice inside my head does not speak for Lewis. That voice inside my head has just been a partner to me all of my life, and it remembers everything from the past. I don't remember everything from the past. It does. So I have to battle it to move forward in life and focus on who I'm being, even though what I experienced in my life didn't allow me to be the safe person that grew confident, the strong person that consistently grew and got stronger. I didn't get a chance to be those things, that now it's my turn to take charge and get those experiences. So that voice inside my head supports who I'm being, not what I'm doing.
Okay.
Okay. So your three biggest concerns and fears about your life is dying alone. So if we can consistently work on every day being what would get you closer to doing exactly what would keep you in company to what you want to be in company with. It starts with company to yourself, so that the rest of it is a byproduct. Not the others are more important than yourself.
Okay.
Okay. The second one is never reaching your potential. And the last one is not knowing what's right. So I would like to check. You said the third one, you said, let me answer it. You get insecure when you don't know the definitive answer.
Okay.
You don't like, you're not.
Yeah, I want to come from a place of assurance. I want to come from a place of like, this is what it is. Like it's proven to be the truth.
Yes. And I'm trying to make the transition difference where you get to understand that nothing is about right or wrong. Everything is about what works and what doesn't work.
Okay.
But it requires you to be 10 times more the person to stand in what works. Because most people that are softer, delicate, different, they do what's right, hoping to reap the benefits of what works.
Okay.
Okay. Like rules, for example, they're established for everybody else. You can break rules when you understand the concept of why the rules were created.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. You can't break the rules yet until you understand the philosophy of why they were created.
Okay.
Okay. The second one is never reaching. The third one is not knowing what's right. My job, our relationship, this platform of the group is, for the beginning aspect, is to allow you to understand it isn't about what's right or wrong. It's about what works and what doesn't work. For example, have you ever met somebody in a domestic violence situation?
Not that I can like name up. Not really. No. I mean, no, not really.
They're the best example to use in this type of conversation because they can spend 20 years in a relationship that's abusive. Do you know why?
Because they've programmed them. They've created this belief system on where they're justifying why they're there.
And what types of justification could come up?
They're not worthy.
That's a
They
false.
won't do better.
That's exactly what us that are not in domestic violence situations believe. But the truth of the matter is, those things are a byproduct of their decision. They believe they're not worthy because the victory is just getting it right. He's abusive. They don't need more than that because who they're being never came into the conversation. What they're doing is defending themselves and making sense of their miserable life. But all they needed to do was establish that this is an abusive relationship. A woman that's getting her ass beat will never acknowledge the fact that she got her ass beat. So when they go to counseling for domestic violence situations, she'll say, no, he won't do it again. She'll never own that he was abusive. It will always be her fault if she's insecure and blah, blah, blah. It'll always be a one-time thing that happened 9 times, 10 times. It'll never be where they got to the conclusion that this is an abusive relationship.
I feel like it would sound so much better if like a female would say that.
Right. So my working with the females, let's say your version of it as a cognitive behavior thing, let's focus on something. If you consistently need to know the right answer, what you're doing is allowing for your mate to beat your ass again and again and again. Because you don't know, you only need to be right. You don't need to do what works, which is leave him that beats you. Leave the relationship that makes you feel abused. Leave and take care of your family and face the more difficulty or the different difficulty of doing it all by yourself type of philosophy. For some reason, taking an ass whipping becomes easier than going to pay your own bills and taking care of your life. What you shook your head for? What was that?
I'm fucking with the settings here.
Will you focus?
All right, cool. Look, but let's take a break real quick.
Sure.
We gotta pay the whatever because
Malboro, a fumar un cigarrillo, Malboro, Newport.
No, because we're fucking being cheaper. We're not paying for we're getting the free service right now. So I'm gonna go get some bread, and we'll just jump on the other one. No, wait. Yeah, the other one's only 6 minutes behind the one that you made. So, all right, cool. Everything's all right, cool. Bet. So give me like a minute. I'm gonna go get some bread in the kitchen, and then just join the other one basically, and then I'll jump right in. All right, good shit.
All right, cool. Third question. Ready?
Hold on. Hey, welcome back to the group, guys. We just went on a little break real quick. I went to go get some bread. Yeah.
I'm okay with you just saying I went to go get bread. You didn't have to show me the bread.
Hey, whatever. I enjoy I actually enjoy the fact that I'm not really gonna have to edit this. So yeah.
I don't know what that meant, but yeah.
I mean, like as far as like just throwing it up there, so like the whole talk and everything, it feels more organic than just like being like super. Oh, no, we have to follow a certain rule and shit. Go, continue.
I'm trying. You keep talking about random shit.
All right, go.
You
Don't
just
be yelling at me. Hey, don't be yelling at me.
Oh wait, you just eating bread? What's that?
Egg.
That's fine. I like eggs.
I'm super fucking happy the fact that I never been able to get the yolk to look a certain way because I guess I always overboil it, but now it came out perfect. Like I feel like I would do this shit for a restaurant. But continue. Sorry, sir.
You're about to take a bite and make an ill mess. Go ahead.
No, go. Because the thing is that it's focused on you. When you talk, the camera goes away. And
Okay. Gotcha. Okay, ready? Next question. I'm gonna speak slow so you can bite. What are your 3 biggest concerns, fears about success? I'm gonna try to say it slow. Hold up. What are your 3 biggest concerns, fears with regards to the word success?
That's a lot, though. 3?
Nah. Sorry, I just have fun yelling.
3?
Yeah. I'll give you an example. For me, 3 biggest concerns that I'm too late to reach success because I'm 50 years old. It won't happen for me.
God damn.
What?
No, I was trying to do the Kevin Hart shit.
I guess that's how he felt because it landed like that.
I was like,
So the first one is I'll never.
Cheeto was like, "Oh, you fucking piece of shit."
Yeah, bitch. No, that's not how you said it. You said it like he was really ready to
I was
argue.
like, no, I didn't say it like that.
Yes, you did. Yes, you motherfucking did. Yeah, he was ready to go. All right. 3 biggest concerns about success. I mean, 3 biggest fears, concerns. So for me, the biggest fear is that I'm too late to try to reach it, but that's neglecting or negating that I've had it. Because I'm a dope fiend son. So the fact that I've graduated college 4 times is a success, I think. But then, whatever. I don't know.
That makes you a dope person.
No, it makes me with a lot of loans.
I'm being a piece of shit because you said dope fiend son. So you come from dope, being a dope person.
Womp womp. So you get the example of biggest concerns, fears about success.
Um, I guess not being good enough.
Next.
Not having the. I guess I can't even really put that on myself. I guess I just have to put that. Not I'm scared I won't get the right resources. And I would definitely say that not that I'm too late, but no, I mean maybe with the I mean I genuinely feel like that I'm not late for things. The internet has proven to us that you can do many things and still be
So,
old as fuck and like work out.
so
Uh
what's your third one? Fuck you, because I feel like that was a personal dig because I'm in the gym every day.
I don't know the third one. I don't know.
So not knowing is your third one. Great. Next question. Ready? Here we go. What motivates you to want to improve slash evolve?
Being broke.
Uh huh.
Because I generally feel maybe if I not maybe I'm certain that if I had money and I didn't have issues and shit, I'd probably be like, all right, cool, I'm just chilling. Like
So
I feel
that's
like the struggle definitely has also invented this inside of me of saying like, you got to keep pushing, otherwise nobody else is gonna fucking do it for you.
so the motivation for you to evolve and grow is simply for the reward, the cash value reward.
No, the money buys the experience though. Like I
So
would love to.
not the question. The question specifically is what motivates you to evolve, to reach that financial goal, to reach that personal goal, to reach all that. The goal itself of finances isn't what motivates you. That's just the reward for what motivated you.
So
Why do
then
you want to get better? Why do you want to
I can be
improve?
happy. I can be happy. I don't have to rely on anybody. I wanna provide for my family. I want to be able to take my family on around the world if I can. Um,
That's it. That's three.
okay.
That's perfect. So
I
one
keep
is
going. I keep going. Put
the
me in,
first.
coach. Come on, put me in.
First one is to be happy. The second one is to be self-sufficient, and the third one is to be able to provide. Okay, ready?
Go.
What are the three most important things that you have learned about yourself in your 35 years of existence?
36.
That's what I said.
Was it 35?
Whatever.
Luckily, we were recording this, so um, what was the question again?
The question was, what are the three most important things that you have learned about yourself in the past 36 years?
I'm a people person. I'm lovable. Uh, my brain tends to. I feel like I can not easily grasp different concepts, but my brain, in a way, I kind of can, depending on the concept. And if I have something similar that I've done that I can relate to, so that I can better grasp the concept. And just overall being a good person. Like I don't have. I know I can be a piece of shit or throw malice at the world and just be a negative motherfucker, but I generally choose not to be. Even though I know that being negative and it's kind of like putting yourself in a cocoon of like hate and it kind of feels warm.
Explain.
When you find yourself being rejected, you'll go and you create a cocoon of like, well, fuck that bitch, or she don't deserve me, or whatever, like, and you create that cocoon around you of like of just like shielding yourself and just being like, well, whatever, like, just like instead of just being like, oh no, she was so nice to say no to me and just tell me to go fuck myself, and I get that.
Can I ask you a question?
But
Why do you speak
I mean,
about your
why do you have to say ask your question? You could just ask me the question.
Because you can say no, and I can go, okay, I move on to the next. This
this is this is therapy. I'm putting it out there.
the
So
question. I have to ask permission so that with the vulnerable questions, you give
oh,
permission to
okay.
answer.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You have consent. Yes, you have consent.
Now I forgot. Next question.
You're taking notes. That's a fucking hilarious part.
No, because it came up from the notes that I was taking.
Oh, you were asking why I look at myself in what way, or
Nope, we'll get back to it later.
okay.
Next one is ready. What are you currently learning, accepting about yourself?
That I can be wrong.
Okay.
That I need more improvement.
That's the end of the sentence. You just can be wrong. Everybody can be wrong. Can you be wrong and still be confident? Can you be wrong and still feel secure? Can you be wrong and still feel like
yeah. Definitely. The fact that I know I'm wrong gives me that security of like knowing that I don't know about it, so I need to learn.
Okay. And what's the next thing that you're learning about yourself? Accepting about yourself.
I guess I'm not accepting. I guess I'm not that accepting.
Being not that accepting. You are not. To yourself only. Very accepting everybody else. And the third, what's the third?
I don't know.
You have to answer.
Um, I guess the fact that fuck no. I mean, I don't want to say I came from nothing.
That's something. That's fine. Accepting about yourself. So how is that learning or accepting that about yourself?
Feels different.
So came from nothing?
I mean, I guess it depends on your definition of what nothing is. I definitely came from a home where my parents were, well, my dad's a piece of shit, but aside from like my mom constantly working and whatever, and well, I don't feel like I had the resources of where my parents told me like gave me the right game plan to be successful.
Cool, got it. Next question. What's the best way to coach you?
No, I'm not gonna utter those words, but
What? What words? Say it now, shit. You made it a fucking star of the show.
nah. Yeah, I guess I'm a piece of shit. The box, like, hey, give me some motivation. You feel me? Like,
coach
pretty
you.
girl. What?
The question specifically was,
what is you said? What is the best way to coach me?
Coach you, not reward you. Coach.
Oh.
Let me give you an example. There's a movie of football movie with kids that are in high school playing football, right? They reach championship game. They beat every game. I don't know nothing about sports, so work with me. So they won everything, and now tomorrow is the championships, but the 4-star players are all hurt. So the morale of the team is low. Make sense so far?
Mm-hmm.
So the star quarterback got a fucked up arm, but he's the first one, the captain of the team. When the coach said, all right, tomorrow's the championship game, the captain of the team is like, oh, because he's hurt and he feels like the team's going to lose. So everybody in the team was like, ugh. So the coach lost his mind and asked him to stand up. I didn't ask you to have a fucking opinion. I asked you to let me coach and blah, 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 and let him have it. So the rest of the team was like, ooh. So he was like, I bet. Now we're going to act like assholes. Let's make it happen. So he took the star quarterback and he made the fattest linebacker jump on his back. And he asked him, that football, I don't know if you know, but you're on your hands and legs, like walking like a dog, like a monkey.
Okay.
So he said, you have to have this fat dude on your back that weighed 350 pounds, and you have to crawl all the way to the end zone. That's your job. I'm the coach. You do what the fuck I tell you to do. So he's like, Coach, I don't know if I could do that. My arm is fucked up. I didn't ask you to know whether or not you could do it. I asked you to listen to me and give me your all. Can you do that? He said, yeah, I got you, Coach. No problem, Coach. Whatever. I got you. I can't do it, but whatever. No problem. So he goes on the 1 yard line. He goes on all fours and he blindfolds him. The coach blindfolds him. So he's like, "Why I gotta be blindfolded? Because you're gonna get in my fucking way if you think you can see. Just listen to me and let me coach you. You do what the fuck I tell you to do and just give me your best. That's all I ask you to do." He said, "All right, coach." So he put the 350-pound dude in his back from 1 yard line. He said, "I probably won't make it to 20-yard line, coach, but I'm gonna give you my best." He's like, "Shut the fuck up and just do it." So he finally crawls, and the whole time the coach is barking in his ear, "You better make sure you keep going, and you better make whatever, whatever." Now the team starts to come around the captain of the team, and they just start yelling at him, "Keep going, keep going, keep going." Next thing you know, he was 110 yards out, and he was almost in the locker room. He kept going and going, and the coach took off the blindfold and said, "Bitch, I didn't ask you to know. I just asked me to give me your best, and all you had to do was listen to my coaching." So that was a way to reinvigorate the team. Make sense? To
Yeah.
rely on coaching.
Yeah, but that also stems from like trusting that person to have your best interest in aligned.
Correct. So you trusting yourself to have your best interest in mind. What would be the best way to coach you?
I don't know.
Great. We're going to figure it out together. But for now, I don't know is the answer, and that's perfectly fine and absolutely normal. There's nothing wrong with that. If you were allowed yourself the freedom to get it wrong, what types of suggestions would you have that sound like intelligent ideas to help motivate you when you're not willing to be coached?
I mean, the only part of coaching is what I want to say is basically when you coach people correctly, they get a reward. So I don't know. I guess it's driven by reward. That's what I would see. Sure.
For me, the best way to coach me is to be empathic. I need you to be sensitive to whatever bullshit comes your way from me, but still be honest and direct, but gentle.
Okay.
I need you to have a sense of humor. And I need you to be
like passive aggressive.
No, a sense of humor, direct, not passive aggressive at all.
Oh.
So, like, for me, I need you to be empathic and sensitive to the fact that I might be a victim this week, and I need to be myself. So, if I'm portraying victim to you, don't be like, "Come on, are you doing it again?" Don't do that.
Okay.
That's one. For me, the second one is have a sense of humor. So, if you're choosing to tell me a funny story about somebody who quit, I don't know, figure out whatever it is, but motivation helps me stay accountable. I mean, humor helps me stay accountable. And the last one is just speak to me with truth. Don't let my spidey senses kick in where I'm distrusting you because you're doing something that's not truthful.
Okay.
That's what motivates me. What you can coach me with. Did that help you at all?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely I could definitely take two out of those that you mentioned, which is I don't mind the funny the last one I could definitely say I gravitate towards is like where just keep it 100, like tell me what it is so that I can better myself tomorrow.
Next.
That's part of the growing pains. And the other one that I can agree with is I wouldn't necessarily I can definitely be soft and I want to fucking cry most of the time because I'm like constantly like, fuck, I want to, when is this gonna like pay off? And then maybe the third one would say consistency.
Cool. Ready? Next question. In what area are you foolish or irresponsible of your life?
What area am I foolish and responsible and irresponsible?
No, foolish or irresponsible.
My money management. The way I think about like needing somebody in my life, I guess. Yeah, those would be the two things.
Two things, okay. What's the best part of you and why?
The who I am, and I try to see the best in people. And why? Because I genuinely want to believe that the world is a good place.
Does that include you?
I mean, certainly, I'm part of the world.
Just making sure. I would have said that excluding myself. What habits do you have that make you feel bad about yourself?
I don't want to talk about that right now.
Then don't answer that one. Use another one.
My eating habits?
Okay. Anything else?
Well, not necessarily. I mean, it's not like I eat complete shit all the time.
So then why you said that? What's a habit?
I don't know.
What habits do you feel that make you feel bad about yourself? So for me, I'll give you an example. For me is I'm very cold when I'm hurt. Like if my feelings are hurt, I'm having a bad day, I'm very cold. Like, you know how some people like hugs when they're crying? I don't want you to touch me, look at me, talk to me. And I think that's a habit that I need to get rid of because as a kid, I was never consoled. So I got to get over that shit.
Uh,
That makes me feel bad about myself.
I mean, I definitely don't like. I definitely disconnect myself when I'm not in a good mood.
Anything else?
Not really. Now that it's like popping to mind. Now that I'm like, which is why I want to have more conversations like this so that I can better be able to like generate that answer and feel feel confident about it.
Cool. So now all these questions, before I give you a summary, I'm gonna go back to my whiteboard and show you something. See, technology, bro. It's fucking awesome.
Shit, dude.
Okay.
Now you need a fucking like a pencil situation going
Yeah,
on.
I had one. I can't find it. I was looking for it all day. I had a little pad, like a finger pause, like a square trackpad. There you go. It's called a trackpad.
Yeah.
Now I got a mouse, but whatever. So this is something that was invented a long time ago by colleagues and myself to teach the concepts of why therapy and coaching are important, right? This is the foundation for learning. This is the success triangle, right? Okay. What do you think is the foundation for the success? What are you writing?
Belief.
No.
Huh?
It's not.
I don't fucking know then.
Fucking guess, bro. But okay. Belief. The first one is
I have nothing to go off, so I don't know. This could be anything.
so the bottom one is integrity. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
What does integrity mean to you?
Standing by your beliefs.
No. Well, yeah, that's what most people tell you. But unfortunately, that's not what motivates you. Integrity is, I don't know the answer to what integrity is, but I know the questions to ask yourself when you're having a process of figuring out what the integrity is. So whenever you say yes to something is, what do I have to do in order to have it done the way it's designed to be done? What do I have to do in order to do it better than people expect it to be done? What do I have to do in order for it to be accomplished to the best of my ability is integrity. Think about how many times you say yes to things and don't really mean it. That is the definition of a lack of integrity. So, for example, can a table have integrity?
No.
Yes, it can, because it tells you it's going to be something that you can place things on. If there is no such thing, no, it's a fact. Work with the analogies.
No, a chair has integrity.
As a chair, perfect example, if
A light
has integrity. The reason for this being the foundation is because a lot of people play with the word integrity and have 99% integrity and think that's enough, 50% integrity and think that's enough. But if your chair broke 50% of the time, you would never sit in it. Because in life, it's either 100% or zero. There is no 99% integrity. Make sense?
Okay.
The next one is responsibility. What does responsibility mean to you?
Being in charge of something.
Okay. Responsibility is 100%. It is not Anything but 100%. So if my life's a failure, I take full responsibility for it. If I made a mistake, I take full responsibility for it, and I don't allow myself to turn into a victim. I can take back the authority of getting responsible. I don't need to throw it away and blame it on my character, on my upbringing, on my birth, on my breathing. Does that make sense? Oops.
Okay.
All right. So the next one is learning how to be responsible. Now that I have to redo the whole shit, motherfucker. Oh, wait, I could do existing. Nice. Oh, look at that shit. You open it up back up again. I'm a grown up. Look at that. All right, cool. And the last one is power. What does power mean to you?
Control.
Right. No, but that's what most people think. Most people believe it's like how much I could pick up and put down. Most people believe it's control.
Wouldn't that be strength?
Right. But the way people creatively don't take ownership of what power means and use it for things outside themselves, like you said, control. Control is a weak-minded perspective of power. You can't really control anything except yourself. But most people find weak-minded people to control without realizing that that type of control is temporary. Just like a controlling parent, eventually you grow out of them. A controlling partner, eventually you'll grow out of them because that's a false sense of security on what power is. You need them to be less than so you can play this game of fake power. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Power is your ability to say yes when you don't want to. Going to the gym when you don't want to, when you planned it, is power. Waking up when the alarm rings is power, not pressing snooze. Saying no to the chick, even though you want to get something from her, is power. Saying yes to this, even though it's not something you want to do, but it serves a purpose, is power.
Okay.
And then it connects to the be, do, have, and then it connects into the stuff that you didn't even know you didn't know. But the foundation is integrity. Is there anything in life that you ever believed you failed at? The answer is no, but you're going to try to convince me it's yes. Like everybody in the world. And this conversation, that question is important for you to understand and press reset on what integrity is.
I mean, I definitely feel like I failed in things.
You have an example?
And that's the lack of following through.
Did you fail or did you quit and then call it failure so you didn't have to follow through?
No, but my thing is like it stems from not knowing and like
I'm only talking about the things you give the label of failure.
I don't. I then I can't put something in my mind that I can say that I genuinely feel like I failed.
Good. Most
Everything
people
is a continuous me learning and getting better.
then you have an advantage over most people because most people create these philosophies that they failed in life because they quit, and it's easier for them to shit on themselves and say they failed than to own the fact that they quit.
Okay.
Because you can't quit. You can't fail at anything you stop doing. Eventually you'll get it. If you consistently keep going, you might change directions and find something more appropriate, more important. But failing only exists to those who stopped and then needed a story to justify it and beat their ass emotionally. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. So what we did today during this coach session, sir, is we discussed the biggest concerns and fears about yourself, which are you don't know how to be yourself in all circles, the best version of yourself. You feel money's holding you back, so you keep yourself back.
Take the board off.
Oh. So from this point forward, what we'll be building on and getting back to the performance triangle, which is what that it was, the performance triangle. We're dealing with the performance of the past, which your biggest concerns and fears of yourself is that you don't know how to be yourself in all circles, that best version, that vulnerable version, that insecure version, that version that wants to grow, that best version of yourself, not just yourself in certain circles, all the circles that you let yourself be in. Your self-talk is limiting. It's not necessarily empowering and motivating. It's limiting. And you can't disconnect from your thinking. That thought process is, you feel it's not worthy for you to stop the loop from playing in your brain. Okay. Three things, which all three of those things I can coach you on to have integrity. Because the first one that you said, like church music, the meditation stuff, is a helpful thing. If you don't like meditating, then what do you do that takes your mind off the rest of the world is the future conversations.
But we didn't bring up the church thing. This
I know. I'm just telling you as my friend, I know you don't like motivation, so we're gonna figure out creative ways to think to find what you're doing that you love to do that is like meditation.
okay.
Okay. The next one is three biggest concerns, fears about your life is that you're concerned about dying alone, never reaching potential, and not knowing what's right from wrong. I would like to update that to be with biggest fears and concerns about your life is staying alone, never reaching your potential, and to never do what works for you. Always do what's right or wrong.
Okay.
Next one is what are three biggest concerns, fears about success? Not being good enough to reach it, not having the right resources to reach it, and not knowing what the fuck your version of success is. Next one, what motivates you? This mystical concept of happiness that you don't practice on a day-to-day basis. Self-sufficiency. I don't know if you have it or not, but I don't know if enough is ever part of your vocabulary when it comes to what you do have and being grateful for it. So you can allow more in.
Okay.
And then the last one is to provide for others. So if you don't have nothing for other people, are you still worthy of being around other people? Something we would have to work on. The next one is learned about yourself in the past 36 years, which is the most interesting to me. Over your past 36 years, you learned about yourself that you're a people person, you're lovable and a good person overall, and you learn quick. You're impressed with the fact that you absorb and learn things quickly, but the other two are completely contradictory to what misery is in your life.
Okay.
Okay? You're a people person, but choose not to have people around you. You're a lovable person.
I mean, I'd rather be alone than in bad company.
I got it. So again, you're a people person, but then you rather be alone, blah, blah, blah. We're working on that. The point is to have integrity to the people person, not necessarily the correctness of why you justify why you're not a people person sometimes.
Okay.
Okay. The next one is learning, accepting about yourself. Wrong. Oh, you're wrong to just be yourself. It brings you anxiety sometimes. You always got to kind of premeditate who you're going to be. The next one is not accepting of whatever came up instinctively.
Okay.
And the last one is you started with no resources in life, period. So you started from the bottom. Okay. The best ways to coach you are to be honest, be patient, and be consistent with the patience and honesty. What areas are you foolish and irresponsible with? Money management and subconscious thinking.
Okay.
Okay. You only had 2 out of the 3. Last one is what's best part of you? Why? See best part in people. You see the best part in other people, never yourself. The best part of you and why. And you work as a good place. The best part of you is that when around you is a good place to be when other people are around.
Okay.
Okay. And then what habits do you have that are not working for you as well as you'd like? You're eating and you're disconnect from the responsibilities of your happiness.
Okay.
Okay. So towards the ending, you only answered 2 out of the 3. Could you think why?
No.
Great. We'll get into that in the future because that didn't have any integrity. And for us, we're practicing having integrity. So I don't care if you throw 1 away, but you must answer 3.
Okay.
Cool. Out of the answers you provided, what's that little voice inside your head saying? They're good, they're bad, they're fine, you want to change them?
I'm gonna stick with them.
Cool. Now ask me questions real quick before the ending of this conversation, sir. So you can see yourself in the power of answering and power of asking questions. Would you like me to repeat the questions to you? Yes, sir.
So when the whiteboard comes on, we don't sit there. We're not there. It's just a whiteboard.
Cool.
But I don't know. Feels like because then it just stays on the whiteboard for like a while.
I'll fix
it won't change up from the whiteboard to us and then back to the whiteboard. It'll just be the whiteboard for like the whole fucking duration of the time.
Okay. So I'll figure something else out. That was just improv.
No, that's fine. That's fine. It's just like just make sure that while you're doing it, I guess just like take off the whiteboard when it's not necessary and then bring it back up.
Okay. So the first question, for the sake of transparency, what are your biggest concerns, fears about yourself? For me, it's yeah, fucking up my life and dying alone. Um, Not reaching the potential that I have in there that I still feel is there, and um, being ungrateful and losing everything I have. The next question is, what are your three biggest concerns, fears about your life? That I'm not enough, that I'm not worthy, and that I'll never make it. What are your three biggest concerns about success? That is not for me, that I don't have enough, I didn't have a good start to reach it, and that I don't know how to get there. What motivates you? Yeah, what motivates you to improve? Um, Coming from nothing, wanting it all. Like in my opinion, I feel like if life doesn't get to a place where it's amazing, everything I've been through was for no fucking reason. Regular is not for me.
Okay.
Um, Concerns, fear, what motivates you to improve? Three most important things that you've learned about yourself. What I've learned about myself is that it's not enough to think of myself as a good person. I need to put that into action by deciding and choosing to be a good person. This weekend I had a great example. I was helping my mentor sell some cakes, and some people came in to help. They annoyed me, and I let them know they annoyed me. My mentor had a conversation with me saying, "Why? Who the fuck are you to do that?" And I had to humble myself. Like, you're right. I just was being a dick. I thought their personality was asshole. So I was annoyed by them. So I wanted to let them know I was annoyed by them. I shouldn't have done that. But being around people like my mentor, I feel safe enough to listen to that feedback. I don't know if a regular person could have done that. Um, Currently learning and accepting about myself. Um, just it, you have to be what you say you are, not necessarily think of yourself. Like when you do bad shit, I'm not really a bad person. I now need to stop doing bad shit to not be a bad person.
Yeah, you find a way to justify why
Yeah, I
it's
can't
not
justify that now.
bad.
Right, exactly. I'm no longer at a place where justification is allowed. Best way to coach you, I said that before, have a sense of humor, be considerate, and be consistent. I like your answer of consistency. What areas are you foolish or irresponsible? I got to do better with showing love. Um,
I've been told that I'm unlovable.
Me too. Well, I wasn't told I'm unlovable. I tell myself and stand in being unlovable.
No, I got told by someone. They were like, "Yo, it's hard to love you," and I was like, "What?" Like,
Ouch. And what's the best part of you and why? The best part of me is the one question that's really, really challenging for me to answer because I don't like answering questions like that, but I will for the sake of transparency. The best part of me is that I'm still learning. I'm not complacent yet.
okay, I thought you were gonna be like, "The best part of waking up is
No.
Folgers in your gut." All right, continue.
Nope. What habits do you have that make you feel badly about yourself? Everything. I don't have hobbies. I don't have a hobby and I want a hobby. Um,
Nigga went and said everything under the sun. Like,
I mean,
everything.
what makes me feel bad about myself is looking in the mirror. My brain still thinks of myself as young, but then I look in the mirror and see age, and I'm like, "Fuck, I gotta catch up. I gotta catch up," and I gotta let that go.
Okay.
So that's my questions. So from this point forward, in a nutshell, I'm unlovable and undeserving. And every time you see me try to convince you I'm unlovable and undeserving, have a sense of humor, be empathic, and be consistent with reminding me gently that I'm lovable and everything else. Same, vice versa. Any questions, sir?
Nah, I mean it's a lot of information for me to like process and better understand. So not currently.
Did
No,
you feel
not right now.
did you feel like you were honest?
Yeah.
Cool. What do you do that you lose time when you're doing it? That you didn't realize you were doing it for so long because it's something you enjoy doing?
Currently nothing.
We got to find something because that will be a meditation. I meditate for hours a day, but you need to find something that can be your version of meditation so that you can learn to disconnect from that voice inside your head.
Okay.
but it's a practice. So you'll sit there doing something and then remember life and then be like, no, I'm doing this. I'm going to do this for another 10 minutes. Whatever it is that you could talk yourself to be the best in that moment, we need to practice with.
Okay.
So next time we talk, tell me what types of things you've been doing, okay?
I probably won't be doing anything because I don't know what to do.
So if you find yourself planting, writing that book, and you lost time in writing that book, if you find yourself learning and enjoy
Oh, okay.
whatever it is that allows you to be in the moment. But if you're learning and cooking and taking care of your cats and cleaning the house,
Watching videos on YouTube.
no, because you're still having something in your head.
Yes.
Unless, I mean, it works. If you're watching a show for 30 minutes and you focus on the beginning, middle, and the end, and that's it, and you didn't have no thinking, then that's what we discussed. That's fine. But if you notice yourself in your head during this show, then we can discuss how it's really difficult to be present in the moment.
Okay.
Okay, cool. And then that's conclusion. Well, thank you, everybody. This is the group. I am your host, Luis Rodriguez.
We gotta. So what we gotta say is,
I can't have my host voice.
I mean, what we definitely gotta, tell people is we gotta get into the whole habit of like, thanks for coming to the group. Make sure to like, subscribe, or give. If you felt like the content was valuable, please give a like. This helps the algorithm then for other people to be able to see this and potentially help them. If you want to follow us on our journey, please subscribe so that this way you can stay up to date with the current episodes that are coming in.
Yep, I'm not begging.
We gotta get into that.
If you like the discussion, forward and the rest of the nonsense.
Yeah, but I already said it, so you don't have to say it.
I know.
But what we could do is essentially record something where it's a small clip that we would then bring into the conversation, so we don't have to say it. But we just have to update it every couple of weeks, so it doesn't look like we don't keep running the same clip for 6 months and shit.
Jungle music. We need one of those Maybach music intros.
All right, good shit, man. This is good talk.
Appreciate you, sir. See you next week, and I'll see you later.
Sí, señor. Hasta luego, señor. Bye bye.
Peace out.